Alex Jones reporting for Infowars.com from the road. We are on the last leg of returning home. I'll be back tomorrow night. And I was walking along the beach here, got out of the RV, was getting some exercise. The sun just began to rise. And it's like being the last man on earth, being in the Florida Panhandle in the off season. And that's why I make fun of, quote, trendiness. If you come out here, quote, during the season, you can't even find a place to sit down. But if you come out here during the winter, and by the way, it's warm enough to swim, the sun comes out during the afternoon many days, you can swim, there's no lines to get in the restaurants, and I kind of see that as an analogy of not following the mainline political system. Because when you go with the herd, it's got a lot of problems associated with it. And I know it's not a perfect analogy because obviously you want to be out here in the spring, summer, and fall because it is warmer and a bit nicer in ways. But it has its own beauty out here at the tail end of the winter before spring. All right, we'll be shooting more reports from the road. I'll be live on the radio today, obviously, and tomorrow. And then back Thursday in studio in Austin, Texas. But it is like a ghost town out here, and eerily beautiful. I guess that's why the elites say it's going to be wonderful after they release the weaponized flu or Ebola and kill 90+% of us, because then the whole world will be empty. That's why they developed the neutron bomb that you detonate at 5,000 feet above a city center, sends out a radiation burst up to 100 feet underground, killing all life. And then you just come in and take over the structures and the mineral wealth. And of course they did develop the neutron bomb. And people like Bertrand Russell talked about using nuclear weapons to depopulate the earth because humans are such a scourge. And of course the federal government is announcing the research they did to weaponize bird flu and cross it over to humans more easily to kill 90+% will be released. The ingredients, the diagram, the blueprint, all of that being released. And I shot a video about it yesterday, and people were asking me, oh, why do you care? It's no big deal. Or, oh, don't fearmonger about weaponized flu. You know, the vast majority of those that actually contract bird flu when it's able to jump across to humans, the vast majority die. So they made it where it's more airborne, easily contracted by humans, and kills an even higher percentage. I guess 65, 70% of those with the old bird flu dying when they got it wasn't enough, so they've souped it up. But I shouldn't be concerned. What'd you just see, Richard?
Dolphins.
Oh, you saw dolphins? Wow. Every time I turn this camera on, cool stuff happens. Where are they? Right out there?
Yeah, right out that way. They should search.
Maybe folks would be concerned if the government weaponized something that kills all marine mammals. Yeah, there they are. Well, that's not right. Does the TSA check them? They could be Al-Qaeda, Richard.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. I think they are Al-Qaeda. They must have bombs strapped on.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, if terrorists can strike anywhere, we've got to have preemptive feds grabbing us. Of course, don't worry about the threat of government. All right, I'm going off into my sarcasm here. But yeah, there's some beautiful dolphins. I may have to go out there and go for a swim. The only issue is I did that driving through Florida when we were going to Orlando and ran into the evil jellyfish. I should be banned from swimming because there's jellyfish out there in the morning. Of course, this camera can't pick up the beauty, and I upload it in low res, or it would take hours to upload, but you can see that green band out there. That's what they call this, the Emerald Coast. Oh, they're the dolphins again. Right out there, center of the screen. Oh, there they are, but back to what I was saying about weaponized bird flu. Hundreds of different variants of the flu, other viruses, bacteria, you name it, Ebola, the list goes on and on, mouse pox for humans. Yeah, there's 3 or 4 of them out there. It's all been weaponized, and now they're putting out the RNA sequencing for the viruses and how to create it. All in the name of protecting everyone. When we know the people running the system are a bunch of eugenicists openly calling for world population reduction. I think there's a baby out there with them. Wow. And on top of it, There's a new article out at Infowars.com where the major medical associations and major medical journals are calling for killing healthy babies at birth to reduce population. But I'm a fearmonger. I'm a fearmonger that they're making preparations for the end of civilization as we know it and hyping how beautiful it's going to be, and now releasing the blueprint diagrams for all this, and the elite are digging in. I should just not warn people so they go ahead and release it. Because even if we warn people and then back the globalist off, or some people in their ranks have sanity and back off, then I'll be wrong if the super flu isn't released. Again, we're not saying it's going to be released. We're trying to warn people so that we can have a public debate about this so the globalists won't release it, or if they do release it down the road, people that survive will be able to research and find out who exactly did it. But again, I told folks the government was going to blow up the World Trade Center and blame it on their asset, bin Laden, and told folks call the White House, tell them don't do it. And I told you they'd attack Libya and Syria through proxy wars. Now it's happening. And they're openly saying it's a foregone conclusion to attack Iran. We're trying to stop all this insanity, and having a serious discussion about it is good. And those that detract from what we're covering just don't want to have a real debate about it. Research the weaponized flu for yourself. For heaven's sakes, please do your own research, make your own decisions before it's too late. Alex Jones reporting for Infowars.com.